The present system of the second conjugation is very, very similar to the present system of the first conjugation. The only main difference that you're going to find is that the stem of the second conjugation ends in E rather than A. So if we take a look at the second conjugation, we take a look at our model verb of the second conjugation. The present system of the second conjugation is very much like the present system of the first conjugation. The only difference we're going to find is that the stem is going to end in E rather than A. So remember when we took amo, amare, and to form the stem we dropped off the re. The infinitive, we do the same thing with habeo, habere, to have. And we have a stem of habe, and it's off of this stem that we're going to form the present, the imperfect, and the future. So let's take a look at how this works. We're going to take that stem, we're going to add the endings ost, mus, tis, und, which you should have started memorizing from the first conjugation already. So if we take a look at the present active indicative of the second conjugation, take our stem habe, habeo, and of course we get this actually also from the first principal part. But here we're not going to have that contraction of the E and the O. The E is going to stay in there, so habeo, stem habe, habes, he or you hold, habet, he, she, it holds. So stem plus the ending. Habemus, we hold, stem plus ending. Habetis, stem plus ending. Habent, stem plus ending. So notice the only real difference between the first and second conjugation is that the stem is different. The imperfect tense, if you remember, we add the infix, the tense marker BA, between the stem and the endings, and that we use that alternate first person singular ending of M, not O. Otherwise it is exactly the same as the first conjugation. So we have our stem habe, plus BA, plus M. Habebam, I was holding. Habebas, you were holding. Habebat, he, she, it was holding. Habebamus, we were holding. Habebatis, you were holding. Habebant, they were holding. Again, exactly the same conjugation, except that the stem is different. And the same is going to hold for the future tense. So we're going to add our tense marker BI between the stem and the ending. And the I will shift somewhat. It's going to contract with that O in the first person singular. So again, it's going to look very much like the first conjugation. Without the A, instead of A, we have an E. Habebo, habebis, habebit, habebimus, habebitis, habebunt. So the keys again, just as they were for the first conjugation. Memorize your endings, watch that infix, and practice. And now you can start to realize why recognizing the first and second conjugation is so important. That if you don't realize that, you'll be able to read a first conjugation verb and a second conjugation verb, and you'll be able to recognize the tense. But forming it is going to be a very different thing. You have to know whether that stem has an A or an E in it.